The city whispers secrets, especially at night. Secrets of broken dreams, shattered lives, and the chilling echo of unsolved crimes. Tonight, we delve into one of those whispers, a name etched in the annals of the forgotten, April Kelly Reid. Her story, like many others, remains shrouded in shadows, a cold case that refuses to yield its answers. But behind the silence, behind the unanswered questions, lies a woman, a life, and a desperate plea for justice. We know very little about April. The Reddit post we found provides minimal information. That's the nature of cold cases, often starting with a simple seed of inquiry, a fragmented memory, or a whisper of a name. April Kelly Reid was a sex worker, a detail that, sadly, often relegates cases like hers to the margins of public attention. This isn't meant to devalue her life, but to highlight the stark reality that within the criminal justice system, some victims are more easily overlooked than others. This makes seeking justice for her all the more important. We can only imagine the life she lived before her disappearance, the reasons she entered the sex industry, and the dreams she may have held. She, like all of us, was a complex individual, worthy of remembrance and justice. The fragmented information available paints a picture of a woman navigating a difficult existence in a city that often offered more shadows than solace. What we glean, however indirectly, suggests April was trying to survive, perhaps to build a better future, a future we will never know if she was allowed to reach. The circumstances that led her into sex work are, at present, unknown. Were they driven by economic hardship, by circumstance, or by choices made under duress? These are the questions that haunt cold cases, the voids that cry out to be filled. We can only hope that she had moments of joy, of connection, of kindness in a life that may have been marked by hardship and danger. The status of the case regarding April Kelly Reid is tragically simple. It is a cold case. Years have likely passed without any significant developments. The trail has grown cold, and the possibility of closure feels like a distant dream. Yet, the pain and the unresolved questions remain, a constant reminder of the injustice April faced and the unanswered pleas for justice. The city, in its relentless march forward, has continued to breathe, to grow, and to forget, but for those who remember April, the passage of time offers no balm. The impact of April's disappearance and the lack of justice extends far beyond the immediate tragedy. It affects the families and friends left behind. It impacts the sense of safety within the community. It reinforces the vulnerability of sex workers and the potential indifference of society towards their plight. Imagine the agonizing wait for news that never came, the constant gnawing of not knowing. For her loved ones, every anniversary, every holiday, every ordinary day would be tinged with the ghost of her absence. Did she have a family who worried endlessly? Did she have friends who missed her laughter, her presence? The void left by her disappearance is a testament to the lives that are interwoven and the pain that reverberates when one thread is violently severed. The emotional burden is also felt by family members, friends, and any loved ones who may have been affected by her loss. The absence of answers can prolong grief, making it difficult to move on. The emotional and psychological impact, and how it may affect anyone who knew or cared for April, only underlines the need for the case to be revisited and for those responsible to be brought to justice. It is a plea for closure, for a chance to finally begin the process of healing, a process that is perpetually stalled by the unknown. The city, with its bustling streets and anonymous faces, holds the key to her story, and it remains stubbornly silent. April Kelly Reid's case reminds us of the significance of valuing all lives, regardless of occupation or circumstance. It underscores the need for empathy, compassion, and the importance of advocating for those who may be marginalized. It is a reminder of the importance of keeping cold cases alive, of never giving up hope, and of the power of a single voice calling for justice. The locations where she might have been last seen, perhaps the dimly lit corners of certain streets, the transient hotels, or the back alleys of a city that often turns a blind eye to its own vulnerabilities, all hold silent testimony. These places, imbued with the ghosts of countless stories, are where April's narrative tragically intersected with the dark underbelly of urban life. The city itself is a character in this unfolding tragedy. Imagine a sprawling metropolis, a place of dazzling lights and hidden despair. The districts where April likely plied her trade were here. Neon signs cast an eerie glow on rain-slicked pavements, and the air hung heavy with the scent of exhaust fumes and something less definable, a palpable sense of desperation. The buildings, often crumbling and neglected, seemed to sag under the weight of forgotten stories. This was a part of the city that the respectable residents preferred to ignore, a place where shadows stretched long and secrets festered. It was a transient world, populated by those living on the fringes, each with their own struggles and their own silent pleas for a better life. It is within this landscape of urban decay and anonymity that April Kelly Reid vanished, her story becoming just another whisper lost in the cacophony of the city. The emotional impact of April's disappearance on her loved ones, however few they may be, is a silent scream echoing through the years. For them, the city doesn't just whisper secrets, it screams of absence. Imagine the gnawing anxiety of a parent or sibling who never received a final goodbye, the phantom pangs of guilt for not being there, the desperate hope that perhaps, one day, a call will come with news, any news, that will finally break the suffocating silence. This is a grief compounded by the profound uncertainty, a wound that never truly heals because it never had the chance to scab over. The world moved on, oblivious to their private torment, while they remained trapped in a loop of unanswered questions and unbearable sorrow. This enduring pain highlights the critical importance of reinvestigating cold cases like April's. While we may not be able to provide definitive answers about the circumstances of April's disappearance or death, we can offer a glimmer of hope that her case might be reopened, or that someone, somewhere, may come forward with information. This is a call to remember April Kelly Reid, a woman, a life, whose story deserves to be told, and whose fate deserves to be brought to light. The city's underbelly, where shadows lengthen and secrets are traded, is a place where vulnerability is a currency and danger is an ever-present companion. It is in these spaces that April's final moments likely unfolded, unseen and unrecorded, leaving behind only the chilling echo of her absence. The Reddit post, "A Whisper in the Digital Void," is a testament to the enduring need for justice. It's a plea for empathy, for recognition, and for the acknowledgement that every life has value. Justice for April Kelly Reid is a reminder that we can never forget the forgotten, and that we must never stop seeking the truth. The cold case remains open. Her story, though shadowed by silence, will hopefully one day be illuminated. The hope, however faint, is that the digital age, with its ability to connect people and share information across vast distances, might one day offer a beacon to guide investigators toward the truth that has so long eluded them. Until then, April Kelly Reid remains a name whispered in the dark, a symbol of the many lives lost to the shadows, and a powerful testament to the urgent need for justice for all, no matter how marginalized or forgotten.